Are you ready to lose weight in 2 weeks? The hustle and bustle of daily life, fast food, and sleepless nights can be barriers to achieving your dream body. But believe it, losing weight doesn't have to be a journey of extremely restrictive diets or exhausting workouts. There are several practical tips that can help you shed that extra fat in just 14 days. Today, I'm going to show you 12 incredible tips that will speed up your journey towards a healthier and more balanced life. And get ready, because some of them are so surprising that I bet they're new to you. So pay attention to the valuable content I've brought here. I'm Brian of the Pure Form Fit, and I have the best daily insights that can be a beacon on your path to a better life. Tip number 12. Say goodbye to sugary drinks. You know that uncontrollable craving for sweets? Often, it leads us to open a can of soda or a processed juice. But if you want to lose weight, it's essential to cut out these drinks as soon as possible. Recent research in nutrition confirms that these drinks contribute significantly to weight gain and obesity. Prefer sugar-free options. Tip number 11. Bet on green tea. Want to boost fat burning? Many experts recommend green tea. Loaded with antioxidants called catechins, it not only accelerates fat burning but can also give you more energy to face the day. Tip number 10. A bit more challenging. Keep out of sight the foods that do not contribute to a healthy diet. You know the proverb, out of sight, out of mind? This idea perfectly applies to the snacks that harm your diet. By not having these foods in sight, or even better, temporarily avoiding buying them, you reduce the temptation. Did you know that the temptation for unhealthy snacks increases when they are easily accessible? A study conducted by scientists proved this theory, and more nutritionists, after analyzing various clients in a study group, concluded the same in their results. The precious tip here is, store less healthy foods in less visible places. And how about replacing them with healthier alternatives? For example, replace them with a bowl of fruits with honey and oats to satisfy that snacking urge. And the most intriguing, tip number 9, simply laugh more. That's right, genuinely laughing can consume energy similar to a light walk, involving several muscles, especially the abdominals. A recent study from the Department of Medicine revealed that laughing for 10 to 15 minutes a day can burn between 10 to 40 calories. So, how about incorporating more comedy into your routine? If TV shows aren't making you laugh enough, try a laughter yoga class. Believe it or not, losing weight while laughing is a reality for many people. Have you heard that there are about 6,000 laughter yoga groups around the globe? Indeed, laughter is contagious and can be an incredible medicine for the mind. Speaking of health, let's move on to tip number 8. Increase your water intake. It has almost become a popular mantra, hasn't it? Drinking water stimulates metabolism. People who drink 2 large glasses of water per hour see a 30% increase in metabolic rate. Moreover, it's estimated that drinking an additional 50 fluid ounces per day can result in burning approximately 17,400 calories annually, which equates to almost 4 pounds less on the scale. Now, tip number 7. Eat less, but more frequently. It may seem counterintuitive, but it works. Eating small portions several times a day signals to the body that there is no need to store fat. On the other hand, skipping meals usually leads to the opposite effect, resulting in greater food intake at the next meal. Maintaining a regular meal frequency helps control hunger and avoid untimely snacking. Additionally, eating little and often can reduce cholesterol levels by 15% and insulin levels by nearly 28%. Insulin is crucial in this process, as it regulates blood sugar levels. Without sufficient insulin, glucose cannot be adequately utilized by fat cells and muscles. Finally, tip number 6. Eliminate blue light from electronic devices. Here's a valuable piece of advice to improve your metabolism. Avoid blue light from your cell phone, especially before sleeping. In fact, experts recommend avoiding any kind of screen before going to bed. The bright light can confuse our brain, disrupting the production of melatonin. Interestingly, metabolism is closely linked to our sleep patterns, so try to keep the environment as dark as possible to ensure restorative sleep. Tip number 5. Ditch the calorie counting obsession. Nutritionists are now advising to focus less on the amount of calories and more on the quality of the foods consumed. After all, not all calories are created equal. For instance, a high-calorie burger may be harmful to health, while nuts, despite also being caloric, offer benefits. Foods like vegetables, nuts, and seeds, which are natural and minimally processed, provide a wealth of nutrients and healthy components not found in highly refined products. They not only enrich the body with essential vitamins and minerals, but also satisfy hunger more effectively. Moving on to tip number 4, let fresh air into your bedroom. Studies suggest that environments with cooler temperatures can be allies in the battle against excess weight. Why not open a window to allow fresh air in and thus help your body regulate itself better during sleep? And how can a cooler environment contribute to weight loss? Brown fat, which protects us from the cold, when activated, breaks down white fat and burns energy to produce heat. An interesting study had individuals sleep in rooms with varying temperatures, neutral, cold, and warm. The result? After 4 weeks in a cooler environment, there was a significant reduction in white fat in the participants' abdominal area. So, try lowering the air conditioner's temperature a bit during the night. Speaking of sleeping, now tip number 3, avoid afternoon naps. Experts have found that individuals who sleep during the day and stay awake at night tend to burn less fat and have a shorter life expectancy. Those who adopt this sleep pattern often experience a worsening in metabolism as the biological clock is not adjusted to this rhythm. For those who work at night, the medical recommendation is to adjust caloric intake by reducing it by about 50 to 60 calories. Tip number 2, allow yourself a diet break once a week. This technique is well regarded among athletes, both amateurs and professionals. It works like this. Choose one day a week to eat freely, including foods that are normally avoided in your diet. The trick behind this is to deceive the brain. Knowing there is a designated day for rewards makes it easier to avoid temptations during the rest of the week. And my favorite, tip 1, reduce stress. Stress can be a major obstacle to efficient metabolism. Moreover, when we're stressed, we often seek comfort in foods high in fat, sugar, and salt. Studies have concluded that consuming these foods in times of tension can harm the metabolism and contribute to weight gain. Therefore, a valuable tip is to control food cravings, especially in times of stress, thus benefiting both the mind and body. And finally, extra tip, prioritize a good night's sleep. Discussing the importance of sleep is essential. Getting about 8 hours per night, ideally between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. or 11 p.m. and 7 a.m., not only optimizes metabolism but also contributes to reducing unwanted body fat. Research shows that people who sleep less than 5 hours per night are more prone to weight gain and obesity than those who get enough sleep. Therefore, adjust your routine to ensure adequate sleep and a well-regulated diet, improving gradually in your own time. And after some time, when you are able to adapt to the new habits, consider starting to go to the gym at least 3 times a week. You will feel better with more energy and disposition, as well as staying in shape and becoming increasingly happier when you look in the mirror. Count on my help and send your questions in the comments, and I will answer you to help you on your weight loss journey. So, which of these tips did you find most interesting or curious? Share your opinion in the comments and tell us about your experience. Oh, and don't miss the next video where I'll talk about how to achieve and maintain a low body fat percentage with effective strategies to tone and define your body. Stay tuned for more Pure Form fitness tips and joining me so you don't miss anything.